Do you want to know what's going to happen? I just figured out it was something else. Or should I keep it quiet? Whatever year it is, 12, 13, 14, it has to happen. If we're getting sick in our bodies more than ever, the earth is going to get sick more than ever. We eat from the earth, or don't we? Everything comes from the earth. So if man is feeling ill, well, that means this universe is ill. If man is doing the wrong thing, it's because the wrong thing was done. A correction was made, and we paid for it here on earth. Why? Because we're central headquarters. Everything goes through here. Anything you hear goes through here. The sun shines. There's a glare. Do you see a glare off the moon? When you look out from a satellite and you look back on Earth, you see Earth as a glare, not a glare, excuse me, you see Earth glowing, just like the moon glows. Now the moon is white, and the sun is orangey. That's very funny, because the only time I see orange is when the black coals are in the fire and the fire is going. Therefore, once you finish off with the black coals, everything turns white. Therefore, it's sort of some kind of humidity of some sort that the moon picks up because it has very little atmosphere. Therefore, the sun has to be what's burning those black holes. And the moon is a glow on us. It's just another part of the connection of the sun of the matrix. It's just hard to really explain the whole thing. But if it's coming off white on the moon, that means the moon is pure. Otherwise, it would come off some other color, nothing would come off at all. White is purity. When you play pool, you got white on every ball. Every single ball around the number sign's got white. But you think it's just for beauty? There's not things here on earth just for beauty. If you got white and you got black, you got power. Everything was related to power. Power of this, power in parliament, power plants. Everything is power and utilities. Even on our universe, it's the same thing. Anyways, yeah, the moon is white. I mean, once you build an atmosphere, you'll get a little humidity inside, and the possibility of it raining, melting some of the ice that's inside of the moon. The moon is full of ice, and who am I to tell you the moon's full of ice? Oh, you know what? There's no mirror up there, and the moon glows on us. Do you see it glowing anywhere else? Not really, because it was put in that perfect angle for it. And what angle is it that it clears the most? Are we looking at a 40-degree or 40 angle or 45-degree angle? Because 45-degree angle is basically what everything is. In order to make an X, you really go to a 45-degree. You go to a 90-degree angle, but that's a plus sign. So the X has to be a 45-degree angle because that's the next step. Tennis, 45-45. How can they have 45-45 in tennis? Our universe is 45-45. 45-45, okay, and to the planets, it's 90 degrees. It's a 45 angle, which is like 90 degrees. So, and you can see it off your clock if you want to. Look where the numbers are, the bigger numbers, the smaller ones, the 3 hands on the clock. I mean, how does this Earth turn? What kind of mechanism is it on? It's on something. Otherwise, it'll spin. Something has to slow it down. Okay? What is it? Well, it's a little sprocket that makes a turn. 72 times a day, our Earth, okay, turns 5 degrees. Now, I haven't finished the whole calculation, but right now I'm working on castles in the sky, and that is the droppings. You can call it bird droppings, because when this universe goes for a ride, we leave a little bit of spots here and there. Anyways, back to the moon. So the moon is white, you get the humidity, it rains, you get the rainbow, you get the gold at the end of the rainbow, which means connection, which means the atmosphere is closed in. Otherwise, it'll all leak out and you won't get the rainbow. So I'm not sure who's been on the moon, but anyways, there's just a lot of stuff out there, just a ton of stuff I've been doing. Another thing is, if you want to look at something, go connect the black holes in space. They're markers, okay? If I'm correct, they should be marking 5s or 2s or S's. And then you'll see straight lines. You'll see the straight line coming through these pies and twos, because that's backtracking. Okay, because we have to travel all the space and all the corners. So we backtrack, and we use the black holes from the sun to guide us from where we've been before, so we don't get lost in the maze. Labyrinth, discovery of man. Of course, everything's a discovery of man on this earth. It's only man and woman on this earth. I just call it man. The man and woman together, 6 and 5. I've used a lot of videos before, but I redid my numbers, and I really like them because they work out a lot more better now than they did before. I reversed the 2 beta. Well, I left it, but that's the spirit part. But I removed the 5 with the angle 1 or spirit 1. I removed the 1 and 4 because I took the 4 and they used the 4 as an angle. But if you reverse the LE, it's an angel. And the L is the 12th letter, which is 1 and 2, so you got the 1 spirit of alpha and the 2 spirit of beta, making 11 and 3. What else was there? Gazelle and, oh, and what? Anyways, everything is connected. Eventually, yeah, I was telling you how I changed the 5 and the 4. And the 4, well, if you draw the 4, or 2 and 2, it creates items and images, and all of a sudden I'm into some artwork that I never planned on. Anyways, this video is based on the moon. See the shine off my forehead? See the way it glows? You see that? The way it's a glare. It's not pointing at anything. When something's pointing at something, something had to happen to it to point. There had to be a guide. And there had to be someone to put that guide. So therefore, did our universe come from the Big Bang? Well, sort of. One of the reasons I'll never put down Einstein, because he knows everything is relative, so no matter what I say, it'll just be relative to the fact of. Stay careful now. Relative? A relative. You have 2 parents, a pair to rent, and they made you. Now you want to see it in French? Mon père means my pair. Or you have 2 parents, deux pères, deux mères, deux parents. 2, 2, and 2, 2, 2, and 2. Ciao.